Loud.
Well, okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Harlequin Murray, and I get to welcome everyone to our team Zoom. For those of you who are joining us for the first time tonight, welcome. We're glad you're here and excited that you're here, and just excited that everybody is coming on to see us. They're still joining in, so letting some other people in. But anyways, like I said, my name is Harlequin Murray. I am your co-host. I am personally sponsored by Winn, and a bunch of you are on my team, but there's another bunch that are not. So, but we are all on Ellen's team unless you are joining us as a friend of the family, so to speak. But anyways, I get the honor and privilege of introducing Ellen. And just to give you a little bit of her background for those of you who are new to our team, Ellen grew up in just outside of Atlanta, Georgia, in a town called Dallas. That she grew up on her family's farm out there and ended up spending a lot of time out there. She's actually living out on part of the farm right now. Super excited that she's out there. But anyways, when she got out of school, she ended up working in the restaurant industry, worked her way up with Domino's Pizza. She was a regional manager and trainer for them and was highly successful there. And then she decided that she wanted to be her own business owner and started her own pizza restaurant and had 2 locations doing that. So she knows where our business owners are coming from as far as the needs and the challenges that they all run into. And anyways, after she did that, she was introduced to network marketing and has been highly successful in that. That is where I met her, gosh, about 15 years ago now. And with that, whenever I met her, she was the national training director for the entire company. And she was helping to run a training center in the Atlanta area. But she has helped thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of people become successful in network marketing and in business in general. But anyways, without further ado, I'm going to let Miss Ellen Winn, who is our upline leader, and she is also, my mind just went blank there, Ellen.
I'm your friend too, Harlequin.
Yes, you're definitely my friend, but no, anyways, Ellen is phenomenal and I'm excited to hear what she has to say tonight. So take it away, Miss Ellen, before I mess it up anymore.
You're doing fine. I know. Thank you so much. I appreciate the introduction and I appreciate you being here as you usually are each week. Harlequin is traveling right now, so she's doing this meeting from a hotel room in another state. And I know anytime you're not in your home setting or your usual office setting and you're trying to do a Zoom, it always feels a little bit awkward. So thank you so much for that. And welcome. If this is the first time you've been on one of our team Zooms, I'm so excited that you're here with us on the team Zoom, whether you're watching live or on a replay, but especially here with our team and DAC. This is a really special time with our company. We've got a lot of things going on, a lot of good updates going on. And it's really a time that you can excel and grow your business. So let's see. I'm going to get us started like I always do, which is in screen share mode and go through some slides with you. And then I'm going to do something a little different tonight. I've been talking about this for a week and a half, maybe more, maybe 2 weeks, about how I've put together a training slideshow for Rellevate and breaking down the Rellevate compensation plan, but breaking it down in a way that will really help you guys understand how to read the compensation documents and how to tie all the pieces of the puzzle together. So I've got that in the middle of what we're going to do tonight. When we get ready to go into that, I'm going to go in and act as if we're starting a brand new recording, even though I'm going to record all the way through, because I'm going to cut that clip out a little bit later and make it into some bite-sized trainings to help you along the way. But you guys are here live, so we'll be doing question and answer at the end. So any questions that come up as I'm presenting that, just make yourself a note of it, and then we'll get to them at the end. Like I said, I want to have a clean recording on it so that I can cut that out, and then we'll do Q&A at the end. But let's go ahead and get us into screen share and get off to a good start here. All right, Harlequin, can you see the We Fuel the American Dream? Awesome. Okay, slides are on the screen. Okay, guys, so what I do every week on Mondays, I like to go through and we've kind of changed up the format on this too, just kind of as a reminder of our business and going through a few brief things. Those of you that are here every week, you may go, gosh, she covers this every time. Yes, you know, it's real simple. Our business is the same products and the same services and the same model over and over and over again. The more times you hear it, the more times you see it, the more fluid it becomes coming from your lips, right? As you talk about it. So there's a reason behind what I do when I'm doing the presentations, and hopefully those of you that are seeing this for the umpteenth time, you're taking notes, and taking notes from a presenter and a trainer perspective rather than just sitting back and participating as the audience, right? Okay, so I like to start off with this new screen. We fuel the American dream, and that is DAC fuels the business owners that need our funding and needs us, the services that we offer to help them save money. But it also fuels entrepreneurs like yourself and I, where we're here to start a business on a part-time basis, but we have full-time income potential. We're offering business services, consumer services. Our training system is provided, and zero investment is required on any of our behalf. The only investment you'll ever have to make here is if you want to purchase marketing materials or the investment of your time, which to me is the most precious commodity out there. So you want to make sure you're using your time wisely. So in building the DAC agency, you've got a couple of options here. You can come in and start out as a solopreneur and be a sole business owner, or you also have the ability to build an agency and earn and leverage your earning potential by helping DAC expand and expanding your own business inside. The DAC expansion philosophy is simply word of mouth. It's by building a world-class opportunity with a performance-based compensation. Performance-based is key. If you don't bring clients to the table and the people that you recruit don't bring clients to the table, nobody makes money. So it's all about performing and providing our services to business owners and consumers, as we're bringing on some consumer services, so that people are using what we're marketing, and then you get paid in return. You also have a nice incentive if you're sharing that that opportunity with others, where you can get paid significantly, and you're going to see that tonight. So 3 ways that you get paid when you are building a team. 1, you can build a portfolio of agencies and earn an enroller bonus, where you can earn a 10 to 50% income match on all of the personal income of all of the agents that you personally recruit. 10 to 50% income match on their bonuses. So here you are, and let's say that you're building agencies and you're recruiting people across the country, right? As they start building agencies, then your organization is growing. So all the big desks there are the ones that you personally recruited, and the smaller desks are them building their own portfolio of agencies. When that happens, as long as you're moving through the compensation plan, you can also earn leadership bonus overrides from 10 to 50% of your extended agency network as well. And then we have our residual compensation, where you can earn on a 7-level compressed, which means it may be 30 levels deep, but you only have 7 levels of people that are actually qualified to earn. You're going to make money on everything 7 qualified levels deep, up to 30%. And that's on you building a team and your personal production and the production of your organization. Okay. So think of this: team building creates long-term income with that 10 to 50% income match. So in this image here, where I have all of these numbers, and this is just for training purposes only, this is not an income claim in any way, shape, or form, but I want to show you the power of building an agency where you tell a few and they tell a few and so on and so on. And you got a huge network of agents across the country that are making money for themselves, and in return, because you started that, you're making money as well. In this example, I'm showing $574,000 in team earnings. And that, let's assume that that is your team. A 10 to 50% income match would equal $57,400 on the low end income to you, because you are the team leader and you are the one that started this whole agency expansion, all the way up to, if you were to 50% match, $287,000. Now, how many of those clients on the screen did you get? 0. That's showing the income of the agents that you brought into your agency. Okay, it's not showing your personal clients, it's showing the clients of your team and what they have done and the earning potential that you have because you introduced them to DAC. So I get excited when we talk about the income potential here, and I get excited when I see that we have new agents that are getting started with DAC. So I want to go through our top recruiters real quick. This is for the week of 4/10 through 4/16, so last Monday through yesterday. We had a total of 27 agents who did some recruiting last week and had at least one new agent get started, but we had a total of 97 agents join the team. You're going to see in just a second, we had one big producer, another one that was a pretty big producer, and a few that came along with a couple. You had to have at least 2 recruits to be on the leaderboard here, but for the week of 4/10 through 4/16, in first place, we had Ben Randalls with 40 new agent recruits. Congratulations, Ben. I hope you're working with those people and making sure that they're plugging into the DAC system, and also following what I'm sending out, because I help reinforce that, right? We talked about my team system last week. In second place, I had 10 new agent recruits. In third place, we had Contreras Cody with 8 new agent recruits. Fourth place, Charles Dudley with 7 new agent recruits. In fifth place, we had Nick Cranstown with 5 new agents. In sixth place, Danny Hockenberger with 4 new agents. And tied for 7th, we had DeAnthony Thomas and Sequita Brand, each with 2. And again, you had to have at least 2 agents or more recruited to make it to the list. So if you had 1 agent recruited, congratulations to you for getting over the start line and bringing on some agents. If you didn't have anybody recruited, but you're talking to people and you're inviting them to take a look at DAC, I'm sure it's just a matter of time before you're going to end up on the leaderboard too. Now, last week in the newsletter, you should have gotten this. If you started the past couple of days, you probably didn't see this, but if you started before last week, you would have gotten the company-wide newsletter where they sent out the top recruiters. David mentioned this on Friday's Zoom, did a screenshot of it, but I want to show you how many of the company-wide top recruiters are on this team. Okay, so the blue star by name indicates that they are part of this organization. So in first place in January, Joshua Bryant on Team Winn with 74 new agent recruits. Congratulations, Joshua. In 7th place was Jessica Saxton with 11 new agent recruits. I came in 8th place, and Felix Cordero came in 10th place for the month of January out of our team. For the month of February, we had DeAnthony Thomas. Joshua came in again and tied for 2nd place for the company. I came in 5th place with 13. DeAnthony Thomas had 17 and tied in 2nd place there. And we had Nick Cranstown and Tracy Wiggins all on the corporate leaderboard for the month of February. And then for the month of March, we had Justin Birch. I came in again. Notice I'm on all 3 leaderboards, guys. Success leaves clues. You need to follow the leader. In 5th place, we had DeAnthony Thomas, Lisa Campbell. Lisa's going to be recognized in a minute for getting a client. The David Berteo Family Industries, and Steve Scott, Evelyn Tarver, and Nicholas Cranstown all on our team. So all in all, for the quarter, we had 6 out of the top 10 spots. So real super proud of everybody for that. Joshua Bryant came in first place. I came in third. DeAnthony came in fourth. Justin Birch in 8th. Lisa Campbell in 9th, and Nick Cranstown in 10th. So really excited to see you guys on there. Just know in the near future, DAC is going to recognize all of the top client acquisition folks as well, whether you've got client fundings or bringing on new customers, period. That's going to be part of the recognition. So let's get your name on the list. Let me know what it is that I need to do to be helping you get on the list there. It's really a simple business. It's not easy. You've got to push yourself over the start line, and you got to start having conversations with folks, but it is a simple business. You get your conversation down, which is basically the same conversation depending on what product you're talking to them about, asking a few questions. And when the client is interested, you get them over to your website and get that application started, and then our professionals take over. So keep it super simple and systematic, and you'll have success as well. All right, let's see. Let's get into the bonus recognition here. The leveling up, as I mentioned. Uh-oh, my screen is going haywire here. I hit the wrong one. Got them all minimized. We're still on the bonus recognition, the green level up screen, Harlequin. Okay, good. I've got a big widescreen computer monitor, and I drug it too far to one side, and it went across the whole screen. Hopefully it's just sticking with this window on what you guys are seeing. So this is bonus plan rank recognition, and that's leveling up from DAC 1 up through the compensation plan. The first 3 levels, DAC 1, DAC 2, DAC 4, are levels where you promote yourself. And it's done by achieving personal clients, getting a new qualifying bonus client personally, meaning you go get the client yourself. So that rank advancement is totally on you. You do not have to have a team. No team effort is required for you to hit these ranks. Okay, so really excited to announce that we have a new DAC 1. And real quick, let me show you what those overrides look like. To go to DAC 1, you have to have 10,000 in funding volume, okay, which equates to $1,000 in bonus volume. Bonus volume is the same as residual revenue. Residual revenue equates to 1% of the funded amount. So 1,000 residual revenue or bonus volume is equal to 10,000 in funding. And it's normally a dollar for dollar on that. So 10,000 or more funded value, 1,000 bonus volume, that promotes you to DAC 1 as long as it's a new client. DAC 2, you have to have 2,000 in bonus volume, and DAC 4, you have to have 4,000 in bonus volume plus a total of 4 clients or a total of 2 clients to get to DAC 1. But we're focused on DAC 1 tonight, and I'd like to congratulate Lisa Campbell. Lisa had a really nice first funding last week, got a nice commission off of that, and promoted her to DAC 1. She had a 15 or 25,000. Lisa, are you on here? Harlequin, if you see her, let's ask her to unmute. That promotes her to DAC 1. So 1,000 in bonus volume, 1 new customer, now positions Lisa to earn a 10% override as we talk about earning money on that agency. Right now, she's positioned to earn a 10% match on anybody that is in her extended agency network, but also she's amped up. So if she has a personally enrolled agent, out of those, she was on the leaderboard on recruiting for the quarter. She was on in 9th place for the quarter. Any of those people that she's personally recruited, if they get a funding while she's amped up, she's going to get a 50% match on their income. If it goes on to 60 days past this funding, then she'll get a 25% match as engaged. So super excited to have her moving up through the ranks there. Harlequin, do you see her on with us?
No, unfortunately, I don't.
I did not reach out to her to let her know, and she may have a schedule conflict that prevents her from being here live, but I'm going to go on, and if she pops in later, we'll give her an opportunity to tell us how she got that client. Okay. But I want to talk tonight about what I started off with, and that is rank advanced strategies. David talked about that today on our Zoom, which if you haven't seen that, I'm going to send the replay out. But as I said earlier, I'm going to start this as if I'm recording from scratch. So I'm going to do a little self intro here and pretend like y'all aren't on here. I'm just recording this for the team, and I'm going to get into the Rellevate compensation training that I mentioned a minute ago. And I need to change what's showing on my screen so I don't have some distractions there showing up on the side. Okay. All right, we're ready. All right, welcome. This is Ellen Winn. I am your senior team leader and an independent agent with David Allen Capital. I've been with our company since June of 2018, and it's my pleasure to take you through this training on the compensation plan and how to understand the compensation plan documents. Understand that everything that I cover tonight is for training and example purposes only. It is not an income claim in any way, shape, or form, but let's get into the information. Again, this is how the compensation plan works using Rellevate, which is one of our services, as an example. Now, Rellevate is the employee pay advance program on your website, okay? Is simply offering employers a way that they can pay their employees with a digital platform that comes with a digital pay card, and it allows employees to get up to 50% of their pay before payday. So it's a tremendous employer benefit for employees. You're going to need to go over and take a look at the Agent Resource Center to find the documents that I'm talking about, but let's cover real quick the benefits of marketing the Rellevate program. The personal compensation benefits, you're going to see that you earn bonus income, upfront bonus income when you bring a client on with this. It's going to count towards amped up status for overrides on funding. It's going to count towards engaged for overrides on your team, and it can count as a qualifying client for rank advancement on leadership bonus overrides and coding bonuses. Then there's a residual income aspect of it. It provides a monthly residual income on a per employee basis for whatever size employer group enrolls with the product. It's going to help you qualify to earn a higher personal residual commission, and it's going to help you qualify for 7-level residual bump up. Okay. Now, the part that is going to be exciting for you is how we break this down on the compensation document. So as I said, we're going to need to get over to the Agent Resource Center. So while you're on your David Allen Capital website, and by the way, if you're not taking notes already, go ahead and pause this video so that you can start taking notes and jot down what I'm going to show you. You can do screenshots along the way. And the good thing about video is that you can always replay it and watch it over and over. But to get to the Agent Resource Center, you're going to hit Agent Login at the very bottom of your David Allen Capital website. And when you get over there, if you've not already logged in before, chances are you're going to need to click here to reset your password. When you click to reset your password, if you don't know it, should be your user ID and the password that you created when you signed up. But if you're having to reset it, all you need is your agent ID number, and it will email you a link over to the email that's on file. If you're not sure which email it is, just look at the top of the website when you have your agent ID number, and it'll show you your agent ID and email and phone number there at the top of the page. Not actually your agent ID, it'll show your name, your phone number, and your email address at the top of the page. Okay, so that's how you reset. Now, once you're in the back office, look over to the left, you'll see a link over to the Agent Resource Center. You click on that tab and you're going to see this. It's going to open up on the home page, but I've already gone ahead and clicked on the compensation plan here at this link on the top of the page. So when you click on that, it opens up this page showing the compensation plan document as well as a video. If you click on the top right of the screen there, you'll see a little pop-out window. And when you click on that, it's going to open up a full PDF document so that you can see the entire compensation plan. I'm going to break this down into some different pages. We're going to start out on page 13 of the PDF document right now. And want you to understand some of the basics of reading this. And right now we're talking about Rellevate. This is the business services QV, which is qualifying volume, BR, bonus revenue, RR, residual revenue, and bonus sheet. And it describes every program that we have that pays an upfront bonus. It also covers the payout time, what the volume is, and so on. But let's focus on the paragraph down here at the bottom that explains this particular product and payout. Okay, now I've got it blown up a little bit more here, and let's go into some examples. Okay, 1 second. Let me go back here. All right, let's just read through real quick this particular paragraph so that you understand what we're saying. All right, so the bonus revenue it varies by the size of the company, see below. The residual revenue also varies by the client, but it averages about $1 per employee per month. I'm going to give you some examples in just a second. So let's talk about the upfront bonus income. All right. On a 300 employee group, as an example, using this information over here to the left of the page, remember it varies by size of employer group. So I want you to understand how to interpret this. So let's go find what a 300 employee group would be. All right, so the BR under 500 employees equals 200 bonus revenue plus $4 per direct deposit. Okay, so 300 is going to fit into that under 500 employee group, right? And it's going to be 200 in bonus revenue for the group, plus $4 per direct deposit account. So take 4 times 300, assuming that all of them enrolled, or we had 100% enrollment. Okay, so 4 times 300 employees is $1,200, plus the 200 is going to give you a total bonus revenue of $1,400, right? Are you seeing where I'm getting that from? Less than 300 is 200 for the group, and the $4 per direct deposit times 300 person employee group. Okay, 1,400 in bonus revenue. Now let's look over here at agent commission. You, as the person that brings that client on board, earns 50% of the bonus revenue, and it gets paid on a monthly basis. So 50% of the bonus revenue, 1,400 bonus revenue, is going to pay you a $700 personal bonus. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Let's take a look at the residual income on that group. Okay, now the monthly residual is another column on the worksheet. Same group, 300 employee group, but it averages $1 per employee for the residual. Okay, so $1 times 300 is going to be $300 in residual revenue. And then you look here under the agent commission, this second little column here where I'm pointing my cursor, it says you earn 20 to 50% of the residual revenue, which is 20 cents on the dollar or 50 cents on the dollar per employee. If it averages $1, 20% of that is 20 cents. If it averages $1, 50% is 50 cents, right? And that's on a per employee basis. All right, so let's go take a look to see where that 20 to 50% is determined. Okay, again, it's a residual revenue of $1 per employee. 20 to 50% would be $60 to $150 a month in residual revenue off of the 300. But again, let's go take a look at where that is calculated from. Okay, and 300 in monthly personal qualifying volume. That number is where you're going to see where you're earning 20 to 50%. All right, so let's go look at the 7 levels and the 7-level bump up, and it's on page 7 of that document. We go back one here. Remember, we've got 300 in monthly qualifying volume, which is the same column of this chart. Everything we need to know so far is on this one line about the Rellevate payout, right? So now we're over on the residual bump out. If it's 300 that we have in personal qualifying volume, 300 is between 200 and 400, looking at the residual commission chart, right? So if we've not quite hit the higher level, then it automatically falls back to this one. So if we have personal residual revenue of 200, which we do with the 300 of this group, then we're in the 20% personal commission range, and we're in the 20% enroller matching bonus range. Okay, so on that 20 to 50%, you would be making 20% because your personal volume is 200. Okay, so 300 times 20 is $60 monthly commission. But if you multiply that out over 12 months, that would be $720 a year. And over a 5-year period, it would pay you $3,600. How many times did you bring that client on board? You had a conversation one time, you onboarded them. Actually, the team did. You answered a few questions, got them through your website. And now you've got a client that pays you month after month after month. They stay on board with you for 10 years. You've got a $7,200 income from one conversation, getting a customer to see the value in what we're marketing, right? Okay, so now let's go back over and look at this same scenario, but use an example of a 1,300 employer group, okay? And again, assuming 100% of them enroll. Now you know how the chart works, so let's go through. The bonus revenue for 1,300, 1,001 to 3,000 employees right here shows that it pays $800 bonus revenue for the group, plus $4 per direct deposit times 1,300 is $5,200, right? If you just do the math on that. So 5,200 plus the 800 is $6,000 in bonus revenue for bringing on a 1,300 person employer group, and 100% of them sign up. That's probably not going to be the case, but it very well could be, but it makes it easy for this example, right? So 6,000 bonus revenue. Remember, you make 50% of that as your personal commission. So your bonus for bringing that group on would be $3,000 as an upfront bonus, and that'll get paid monthly. All right. Now the monthly residual revenue at $1 per employee is going to be $1,300 in monthly residual revenue. Again, you earn 20 to 50% of that, as we just showed with the other example. So that would be $260 to $650 a month in residual commissions, plus $1,300 in monthly personal qualifying volume and residual revenue that goes into the other parts of the comp plan. So back over to the residual commission plan. If you've got 1,300, not counting, let's assume that you did a 1,300 person group instead of the 300. Now you're at 1,300 in residual revenue from one Rellevate group. Okay, that puts you at over 1,000, not quite at 1,500. So you're going to fit into the $1,000 residual revenue column here, which means your personal commission. Look here, personal commission, you're going to earn 20%. Okay. But you're in that bump up, the bonus increase. You get a 20% bonus increase for a total of 40% on your personal commission. So hopefully you understand how this chart is working. Remember, we were at 200 with the 300 person group, but when we went to 1,300 person group, it bumped up to now making 40%. So 1,300 in residual revenue times your personal commission level of 40% is going to also add you in that 7-level bump up to get an additional 20%. Okay. And the bump up is explained here in this first paragraph, but let's do the math on that. 1,300 residual revenue times 40% is $520 plus a 20% bump up of 104. So that 20% bump up is $520 times 20%. So it's an extra $104 because you've got over $1,000 in personal residual revenue. Okay. Now that means you've got a $624 monthly commission off of a 1,300 person Rellevate account, which is a total of almost $7,500 a year. How many times did you talk to that customer? Once. You invited them to see if they were interested in talking to our team about onboarding with our pay any day digital pay card program, right? They come on board, you make about $7,500 a year, multiply that over a 5-year period, and you're going to make over $37,000 on that one account. See why I'm excited about Rellevate? This program is phenomenal. Let's talk about how this would look if you had both accounts. What if you started with the 300 person group and then you also added a 1,300 employer group? Let's look at the numbers on that. That's going to bump you up to a total of 1,600 in personal revenue. So that moved you up the chart, right? So now you're at 20 on your personal plus the increase of 25. Now you're at 45% on your personal revenue. Everything that's on your personal client list, now you're making 45% of that residual revenue. Plus you're at 45% on your enroller match. And I didn't even mention the enroller match on the others, where you started out at 20, then you went to 40, and now you're at 45% enroller match on their residual income as well. And now you're at 20, still at 20% on the 7-level bump up. But guys, let me tell you this, on that 7-level bump up, once you hit 1,000 and hit that bump up within your first year, you're there. You've hit that. In fact, this bump up has to be hit within your first 12 months in the business. So everyone listening to this needs to be getting customers so that you're growing this top number. You're growing this top number here so that you've got an ongoing increase in personal residual revenue. And the beauty of Rellevate is this is a product that continues pretty steady over time. As long as that company doesn't go out of business, they're going to stay pretty steady with what that volume is, right? So you bring one on and you add another and you have a layering effect on that. But with this example of 300 plus a 1,300, now you've got 1,600 in residual revenue times your personal bonus of 45% is $720. Plus the 20% bump up, 20% extra of the 720 is another 144. So now this account is going to pay you $864 monthly commission. Remember, you got 3,000 up front. Now, month after month after month, you're making $864 on this account. Over $10,000 a year, and over 5 years, that's a $51,000 account. Okay, so that is how the bonus overrides work and how it moves you through the residual plan. Let's talk about how it counts towards amped up status for funding, amped up status for enroller matching bonuses, and counts towards engaged for overrides if you're building a team, right? So if you go to page 4 of the compensation sheet, this is your personal bonus commissions. And this is paid on. It's all spelled out. Everything you need to know about the comp plan is in black and white and green and blue and orange on the compensation plan document, right? So personal bonus commissions are paid on business fundings, employee retention credits, and other services with upfront bonus payouts. Rellevate upfront bonus payout, right? We're bringing Zoom on in the very near future, upfront bonus payout. So anything that's on that orange sheet that I started that shows the bonus plan, if it has an upfront bonus attached to it, those services are going to qualify you here as we talk about engaged and amped up. But let's break it down specifically. Getting and staying amped up helps you maximize your bonus commissions, as David talked about that today. But I want to make sure that you understand how to read this, okay? Which services count towards amped up? Well, again, we're going to reference back to that orange sheet, and it shows the agent commission here. And if it has an upfront bonus, then these are the bonuses these are the ones that are going to count. You're going to get paid amped up on unless it specifies that you're not. Okay, so you want to look there. Getting and staying amped up helps you maximize the bonus commissions. What is amped up? Well, you get amped up by having all of these other services, Rellevate, ERCs, fundings, etc. Getting a new qualified client that gets you amped. But when you're amped, if you happen to get a personal funded client, Now you get paid extra money on being amped up. Your first client, you're going to make 40% of the bonus revenue if you get a funded deal. But if you get a new funded client within 30 days of this first one, then you're going to be amped and you get paid an extra 20%. So you make 60% of that funded amount, right? If you get another funding within 30 days of this one, because this resets the clock, then you're going to make 70%. If you get a third one within 30 days of that client, then you get 80% because now you're triple amped. We're not going to go into great detail on that, but I will give you an example in just a minute. So getting amped and staying amped helps maximize your compensation, but it's also going to help maximize your enroller bonus, because even if you're not focused on funding, maybe you've enrolled an agent who is excited about funding and they're bringing on funded clients. So let's take a look at how you being amped up really helps the commission plan with what you're going to earn on people that you've introduced to David Allen Capital. All right, let me get my screen. It keeps changing size on me. Okay, so here you are. If you're amped, that means that you get a 50% match on enroller bonuses. Okay, if amped, you earn 50% of your personally enrolled agent's personal bonus commission. If they earn $1,000, you make a 50% match and make $500. So that's one of the reasons that you want to get amped and stay amped. Okay, big money there. Also talking about enroller match, if you're qualified with at least 200 in personal qualifying volume, did I just give you an example of how Rellevate qualifies you on personal qualifying volume with the 300 and the 1300 example? Well, that's going to qualify you to earn at least 10% match on your personally enrolled agents. Okay, or you can do that if you're new and in your first 90 days, you'll earn a minimum of 10%. If they earn 1,000, you would earn a minimum of 100 if you're in your first 90 days, or if you have at least 200 in personal qualifying volume, or that personal residual revenue that I showed you earlier. Okay, all right, now let's take a look at engaged. Engaged, how does that work with Rellevate? Well, to be engaged, there are 3 ways to get there. First, you have a new funding or upfront bonus client. Rellevate's an upfront bonus client. A renewal funding or line of credit with bonus revenue of or over 600. All right, and that's explained in the comp document. Or you're qualified at AD or above and have 8 new qualified clients and 1,000 or more, or 10,000 or more. That's a qualification to get to AD. Okay, that's being engaged. What does engaged earn you? Well, now you're earning a 25% match. So remember, amped up is a 30-day window, a rolling 30-day window. Engaged is a rolling 60-day window. So you start out amped, and then after 30 days, it rolls you down a notch to being engaged. Now you're engaged for the next 30 days. Okay, so overall, on everything that it requires engagement, you're 60 days engaged once you become amped, but amped will fall off after 30 days and you stay engaged. So now you're at a 25% match. If they make $1,000, you make $250. Okay. Back to the amped again, it's a 30-day rolling window, which is definitely where you want to be. So get amped and stay amped to earn up to 80% on your personal funded clients, 50% match on your personally enrolled agents, and you'll be maximizing your commissions through the compensation plan. Okay, so here's a financial example of this and how it resets the clock, or a timeline example. So for double and triple amped on personal fundings, let's say April 1st, you get a new qualifying bonus client. You make 40% and it amps you up for 30 days. Let's say April the 14th, you get another new qualifying bonus client. You're already amped from the one you got on April the 1st. So now you're making 60%, plus it resets the 30-day clock, that new client does. May 10th, you get another new qualifying bonus client. You're double amped. So double amped is up here. It shows that you're getting paid 70% of the bonus revenue, plus it resets the 30-day clock. So now you've got a new 30-day window that has just started. And then on June 5th, you get another new qualifying bonus client. You're triple amped. You make 80% of the funded or the bonus revenue, and it resets that 30-day clock. So from June 5th forward, as long as you get one new qualified bonus client within that 30-day window, the next client you'll make 80% of. And if you get another client within 30 days, the next client you get 80% of. So you can get to 80% with your first 3 fundings and get paid 80% on the 4th one, as long as you're amped up, and continue getting 80% of the bonus revenue of each of those. Okay. July the 4th or July the 1st shows that you're getting that additional one. Okay. So let's talk about the personal bonus income that you can make, how it counts as a qualifying client for rank advancement on the leadership bonus overrides. Now, I went through this, or I go through this every night or every week when we talk about rank advancing to DAC 1, DAC 2, and DAC 4, and you can help yourself get there on your own here with this as well. So the bonus override coding commissions, this is another page of the comp sheet, page 5. The bonus overrides and those qualified clients, total new qualifying bonus clients. Okay, the personal production is required here to move through this part of the comp plan. So this line, the first line, is how many personal clients you need. So 1, 2, 4, 8, 12, and once you get to 18 personal qualifying clients, then you've met the quota to move all the way to the top of the compensation plan. But it also adds in the volume as well. So moving Rellevate and bringing those qualified accounts on, it helps count towards that rank advance. So it's going to help you qualify to earn more on your 7-level residual, right? We'll show you that bump up, how you move from 20 to 45% in the examples that I showed you. It's also going to help you qualify for car bonuses and for expense allowances, and qualify for permanent coded bonuses, and qualify for revenue sharing, and qualify for equity in our compensation plan. All of those are summarized here on page 16 of the compensation document. So the bonus sheet that I just went through is here at the very top. This shows when you get the area director, now you're qualifying for the car plan. You're qualifying as a national director, you're qualifying for monthly reimbursement. And then when you get to regional VP, gold RVP, then you're getting into rev share. And when you get to senior VP, you get into equity share. So everything, this one page summarizes everything that we have as part of the compensation plan. But I wanted to give you this breakdown on a page by page to get you to really break down the programs that you're wanting to market, and kind of go back and forth between the qualifiers and how you can move yourself through the compensation plan to make more money here, to get yourself qualified, to never miss out on what your team is doing, and to make the most money possible on your personal client acquisition, right? So I hope that this has been helpful for you, and I really appreciate you taking time out to watch this video tonight. All right. Okay, so that's something that I can clip. I'm going to go off of this and stop screen share and go back over. Awesome. Thanks, Harlequin. I'm going to open up now and see if we've got any questions. And I know you guys are going to want to watch this and pause it and watch it, because I went through it knowing that it's going to be recorded, right? So you can go back and pause, but hopefully that'll teach you how to take those sheets and really analyze and break down how the program works. Anybody ready to go get a Rellevate account or 2 after showing you the potential income there with 1 or 2 accounts? And you know, the conversation to be had with a business that has 25 employees versus having a conversation with one that has 400 employees. It's really the same conversation. It's just a matter of you getting to the right person with that company and get the door open to start the conversation, right? You may not get lucky and find a 300 person group, but you may find 3 or 4 50 or 75 person groups that can all add up to those same numbers that we just covered tonight. Okay. Okay. If anybody's got questions, use the reactions button there at the bottom of the screen and raise your hand. Be happy to answer anything that you have, whether it's related to what we've talked about tonight or anything else going on in your business. All right, Bobby Knight. Hey, Bobby, how are you doing tonight?
Hello, Ellen, and thank you once again, you and Holligan and your team. Ellen, you said the bottom of the compensation plan, that covers everything. The last page, I think you said 16.
It is page 16. Yeah, that's a 1-page snapshot of the entire compensation plan all on 1 page, right? It's the summary page. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Ellen, and thank you, Holligan and your team. Great job. Great
And thank you,
presentation.
Bobby. You're always so kind and so appreciative. We really appreciate that you're participating with us and the value that you add when you ask questions. So thank you.
You're welcome.
You bet. All right. Anybody else? Is Bobby our only question tonight?
Yeah, there's nothing in the chat.
I'm telling you, we must have had everybody zone out while I was going through compensation. No
I
question.
think everybody's going to go
Either
back
that
and
or I
watch
did
the
such a
movie
damn
today.
good job. Nobody has any questions left on it. They're like, I got it. It's crystal clear. Nothing to ask. I just need to make my list and go to work and start talking to people about our services.
No, you made it very clear. So
Awesome,
thank you for that.
awesome. Yeah, you bet. And you know that, as I said, I wanted to break it down on Rellevate, but you can apply that to every single product that we market. Just go back and look at that bonus revenue, the orange sheet, page 9, I believe, or 13, and look at that. Look at funding, and then go back and compare those sheets, just like I did with Rellevate, taking you through. Your goal should really be moving through that residual plan. Let me go back over to that one real quick to tell you which page it was. I think the most important page in our comp plan sheet right now is the residual page on the residual commission overview, that getting the extra bump up, hitting 1,000 within your first 12 months. I mean, really, you could hit 1,000 in 2 or 3 months with the right conversations, right? It comes from every product that we market has residual revenue to put us into that. Hey, Bruce Campbell, I see you've got your hand up. How are you doing tonight? Let me ask you to unmute. There you are.
Hi, Ellen. I'm doing good.
Awesome.
I'm looking for a lawyer still on probate. And you said that if I needed any help finding a lawyer, that you can give me a hand.
I can. That's because I am a Legal Shield associate and I can hook you up with Legal Shield, but that's an offline conversation from DAC.
Okay, all right. But
All right.
great, because yeah, I'll have a few million that I can come and play with you with.
There you go. I love it.
So I did talk to a lawyer today, and he did tell me that I am for sure have a winning case, that I will get 50% of those millions that
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Do you have anything that's DAC related tonight
What
that you're questioning about?
On the DAC, I did not update my Rellevate account or get my Rellevate debit card. And how do I go get that in my back office?
Okay. Have you signed up for it at all and just not received it in the mail, or you haven't signed up for it?
I have signed up for it.
You have not signed up for it?
No.
Okay.
I know where.
Yeah. So real simple. When you log into your back office on that left-hand menu, you want to click on account, and under account, it says get Rellevate pay card. So you want to be logged in, click on account, get Rellevate pay card. And then once you're there, You're just going to answer a few questions. And actually, I have a little video on that, Bruce. I'll be
Okay.
happy to send you a link on that. I did
Okay.
like a 3-minute walkthrough on it.
Appreciate your help. And yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
you
follow
bet.
later. Thank you so much.
You
Bye-bye.
bet. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Good to hear from you. Thanks, Bruce.
And Ellen, I'm going to add in a reminder for everybody. You absolutely must use the same email address to set up your Rellevate account that you have with DAC. And if for some reason you change your DAC email address, you have to change it on Rellevate because that's how it matches up.
Yeah, and it's real easy to do. I actually walked through that. Again, you log into your Rellevate account, and then under your personal info, you can go in and edit your email on your own. I originally thought you had to do that through customer support with Rellevate, but you can do it in your own account back office there. So yeah, thanks for that reminder, Harlequin. Spot on. All right, I'm going to ask Brenda to unmute. How are you doing tonight? We've got a drum in the background. Brenda, I'm not sure what that noise is, but I'm going to mute you first.
Ellen, you got muted. Sorry, I was trying to mute Brenda.
No worries. Okay. Yeah. So Brenda, it sounded like a fan blowing on a microphone or something. This was kind of a repetitive beat there. If you can figure out what might have been causing that and raise your hand again, we'll unmute you. I don't know what that noise was. It might have just been a bad connection on your line as well, but we're eager to hear what your question was. All right. Anything in the chat there, Harlequin, or any questions? We do offer funding in Hawaii and Alaska, both. Yes, we do. All right. Welcome, Jerry. I did some great stuff on Rellevate. You'll have to watch the replay on this. You will definitely appreciate it. All right, Brenda, one last chance to ask a question and we will get off the line here. I appreciate you guys paying attention to the new time. The 9 p.m. is working much better for me and hopefully many of you, especially on our West Coast there, so that you can actually get situated and not have to be listening on drive time to a Zoom meeting in the evenings. All right, any last questions? Harlequin, you got anything before we wrap up?
No, not tonight.
All right.
We're actually going to make this exactly 1 hour.
I know,
So,
right? So our next Zoom is on Friday at 11:30 Eastern time. That'll be our corporate agent update Zoom at daczoom.com. Look for any updates coming this week. David said today that he anticipates having our DAC Protect live and some other consumer services coming on board really quickly. So you guys will be able to really go out and start marketing those products that are services that are going to help you build that residual revenue. Question. Had a client sign up for payment processing, but have not received any updates. Who would I reach out to? Okay. So if the client signed up, did they just get the application started? Have you gotten copied from the agent that's communicating with them? Did they get sent to Sphere or to one of our other payment processing? How long ago? There's several questions there. If you can unmute, I'm happy to answer that question and have a discussion with you, or you can email me on that, Sean.
Okay, I'm unmuted. How are you tonight?
Hey, I'm good. Yeah, that's great. A conversation
that.
is definitely easier.
I would agree. So no, I did have a client. He was referred over to Sphere. He's a business owner for payment processing, needed multiple payment processors. Last update I got was that they tried to reach him by phone, but he was unavailable. I received a copy of an email that they sent him last week, and I haven't gotten any other updates on that. So I was wondering who I might reach out to.
Okay, let me ask you, the email that you got copied on is from your rep at Sphere. Who is that agent?
I believe that rep was Christina. Let me double check real quick. I think that was her name.
Yep,
I'm just gonna pull up my email now.
we've got 3 there. And she is, she did my onboarding when I moved my limousine business, my limousine company payment processing over to Sphere. So she
Yeah,
was.
it was
my-
Christina Baker's the rep.
Okay, yep. So you've got Christina's email. Just reply back to that and ask Christina what the status is. Or you can call her. Her number is in that. And that's the beauty with them. They're copying you as the agent twofold. One, so that you're in the loop, but most importantly, so you know where the client is. And if you're not seeing updates or not seeing it move along, then you can kind of help be that person that, since you have the relationship with the client in most cases, you can kind of help your agent get in touch with your client. So just reach back out to her and say, hey, just wanted to see where we are with this client. Last notice I saw the client's not responding. What can I do to help? And she'll let you know. So
All right, thank you.
you bet. Congratulations on getting somebody through there. Let's see. And Rellevate is not in Canada. Do Canadian agents need a bank card for DAC services that are in Canada? Thank you. David is working on Rellevate being available as a pay card where they can pay across border outside for folks that are not in the US. Right now, they do need to be US based to be able to get the card, but he will make a way to make payments to our Canadian reps. And as I said, Rellevate is working on having a pay card that we can pay anybody in any country. We just don't have that live yet, but it's coming and in the works. So thanks. That's a great question, Anne. Appreciate that. All right. Anybody else before we wrap up? You spoke too soon, Harlequin, on the 1 hour. But no, that's a good question.
It's still only 3 minutes after the hour, so
I
we're
know,
still
I
doing
know.
it. But I don't see anything else.
Nothing else. All right. Well, we'll just wrap up. I appreciate you guys being here tonight and or watching on the replay. And I'll cut that clip out as you see it tonight. It's going to come out on the replay, but over the next few days, I'll take that Rellevate video and break it down so it can be in segments, bite-sized segments, so that you guys can watch it and share it with your team as well and really get a good understanding of how our compensation plan works. Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody. Y'all have a blessed evening. We'll see you on Friday Zoom. Take care. Have a good one.